96.3, 32 minutes after 6 on this greatest all-time radio station. Time to take you through the world of the newspapers. Beginning with the Today newspaper this morning. Danger, staff work without safety gadgets. And when you go to page 3 of the newspaper, we'll tell you that workers of new style construction within company, a Chinese construction firm with its headquarters at Ashama, a suburb of Accra, are living in constant fear because all the workers there, they do work without safety gears and other relevant safety gadgets. The Independent newspaper, Baumia, back from Hajj, says Saudi king treated Ghanaian pilgrims well. And so we want our politicians to treat us also well. And 11 declare intention to lead NDC in 2020 elections. I remember somewhere in 2017, Johnson Sedwin Ketia, the then General Secretary of the NDC, said that 17 thieves and armed robbers. Now the number is 11. I don't know if there's going to be any other more to join. So if they are 11, who are they then? Are they also thieves or poultry farmers or armed robbers? Well, if I have the time, I'll be asking him these questions. The Informer newspaper this morning says that Akufo-Addo boldly declares free senior high school has come to stay in spite of challenges. And then another judicial rot exposed as judge accuses lawyers of collecting bribes to influence judgment. Wow. That's Supreme Court Judge nominee Nene Amagacha. The Daily Dispatch newspaper has a bigger story on page 3 and said JJ punches Bagbin over stamina blind man comment. So when you get the newspaper, you will get the details of that story there. The Observer newspaper, Akufo-Addo hails Otumfuo and says he is the best over Asante in his historic visit to Ochiman and then the Jubilee House. The Chronicle newspaper, ordeal of kidnapped 13-years-old girl. Family accuses Kaswa police of failing to act, but police officers denying any wrongdoing. That's page 3 of the newspaper. 8 and 9 will tell you about how an assemblyman escaped 15 gunshots, and that is Theophilus Ni Botri, assemblyman for Dowenya North Electoral area. And then the same page will tell you 7,000 teachers quit teaching yearly. That's coming from the National Association of Teachers. And then the New Crusading Guide says fallout from national security takeover of a Kropon Palace, feuding chiefs destooled. Graphic, government stops GFA liquidation, and then court quashes Shraj's findings on 2.25 billion bonds against the finance minister. And tears rain at burial of Dansuman Far victims. When you get a copy of the newspaper, you see the innocent, well traumatized. You could feel from his eyes. Pastor Kesey, who lost the wife, 3 children, and the in-law. The fire outbreak at Dansuman is really bad. We're praying to God to hold his heart and give him peace. This is too much for one man to bear. Also on the front page of the Daily Graphic, Right Reverend Dr. Paul Boafo is elected as the presiding bishop of the Methodist Church. And then at the back page, Dobwe ends first round knockout over Japan's Otake. I was asking Sechua if that guy is really a boxer, and Forjo said, you got to Google about him. I don't need to Google about him. Next time, don't try a Ghanaian boxer if we're Japanese. The final newspaper says child sickle cell crisis ignored. Newborn screening remains at pilot stage. Only 3% of children with sickle cell disease screened in 22 years. The Ghanaian Times, technical and vocational education holds key to economic transformation. That's coming from the president. And then the Daily Guide this morning says Finance Minister floors Shraj over 2.25 billion US dollar bond, and Charlotte say 49% voter turnout. Scandalous. That's coming from the CDD boss and pastor's wife and kids buried yesterday. Was very, very wild one. And then George Weah, honest J.A. Kofor. 23 minutes to strike 7 hours GMT on this station, Adom 106.3. Mrs.